Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to pole day qualifying for the eighth race of the second season of the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. We're about to find out who will be the seven drivers that will race their way into tomorrow afternoon's race from the Martinsville Speedway. Of course, as I said, we were supposed to be doing the Martinsville Dirt event, but because that track has caused wreckfest after wreckfest after wreckfest. No point in me doing that event, but we're still coming to the Martinsville Speedway nevertheless for pole day qualifying. Sarah Taylor, the first driver out onto the track, as we will have the qualifying for the Winston Cup drivers. Last race 2 weeks ago at Champs Elysees. Joining me is Senor Sean, who loves carnage. And we have a quacking duck agreeing with me. We will see Senor Sean in second round qualifying the for this series. As Sarah Taylor trying to make her second start on the season, 48th in the points table. She sets the first benchmark time at a 21.100. Brenda Eveling trying to avoid going 0 for 8 in attempting starts. Oh no, Sean touched the cars. As I was saying, Brenda Eveling trying to avoid going 0 for 8 in qualifying, sets a 21.148 in that DuPont Chevrolet. There's Shane Earnhardt, failed to qualify for the Busch race. Luna Farmer, we will see this afternoon in the Busch race, made the or is locked in the show. She's currently ninth quickest now, but the times are starting to tumble, and she goes to the bubble at a 29.65. That's Dylan Ibrahimian right there in the 50. Got Jacob Foster, just came out on the track in the McDonald's colors this week. Joe Moore, he's also another driver yet to make a start. Same with Takashi. There's Carolina Bradley. Did not qualify for the Busch race, so this is her last chance to make the show this week. Or was she not entered in the race? Looks like she was not entered in the race. Well, we'll see her next week at Pocono trying to make the Pocono event. Currently 24th quickest there.
Oh, no.
I knew Sean was going to say that. There's Dylan Ibrahimian in the 50 trying to make the show this week. That's Molly Watts trying to make the show. Eric Alpha trying to make his second Winston Cup start of his career, battling with Carlos Rodriguez. Cassandra Mills is attempting her first Winston Cup start with Nathan Orman's team, the 0-4. This car has no owner points to fall back on to get a provisional, so really important for her to get into the show. Sean's sister, Jessie Art, on the bubble right now, but that might change. There's Jessie. Well, as soon as I say that, Jessie just got bumped out of the show. She's now 10th quickest right now. 92 this week is Sydney Vortex in the 92, trying to make her first start of the season. Max Anderson, Cassandra Mills, was on the bubble. Now she got bumped by the 79, as I forgot to get a driver for the 79. Probably it's one of the Busch regulars. Well, let's go with Leela Mackay in the 79. I just forgot to change the name of that driver. Well, as soon as I say that, Cody Goforth got into the show. There he is, 23.61. Now he's on the bubble. That was Grubias who came in. Same with Skylar Davidson. And Daniel Gitteroth, who we will see this afternoon in the Busch Series race. The fastest, a 22.22. These times are starting to drop quicker. Of course, the AI difficulty has been lowered because of the whole wrecking that happened during pole day qualifying in the Busch race, in the Busch Series yesterday. And the 94, as we have the trumpet playing in the background. 94, I forgot to put a driver in there, so that's my apologies. I don't know why we have Stanton Barrett on the track, but probably just trying to make sure that car makes the show. Will you cut that out as Takashi's now on, well, was on the bubble, the 36, and Takashi and the 78 are tied. Well, not anymore, as times are starting to fly by. Brady Columbus has the fastest time at 21.86. But somebody's going to dip it into probably the 20 or the sub 20-second times. Will you cut that out? Oh, hi, Cody, who just came into the booth all of a sudden. We will see Cody Smart in second round qualifying. You're going to be glad this has been recorded, just FYI. It's Ben Erickson now on the bubble with his sister, Chloe.
Thank you for the free quotes there.
Good grief. Shyla Askeroff in the 80 machine. She's going to run the 80 on the ovals, going to run the 97 for the road course events. Unfortunately, Shyla Askeroff did not qualify for the Busch race, so this is her last chance to make the show this week. Bora Park, who we will see this afternoon in the Busch race, currently 30th quickest. Oh, and she has a 20.4 and that number at the end, so somebody better cue the frying pan. I said somebody need to cue the frying pan because she has a 20.4 and that number at the end. So I asked somebody in the booth if they can cue the frying pan. Sydney Vortex, Alexander Rowe. Thank you. There's Mohammed Zain. Takashi is now second quickest at a 21.98. Lauren Grubius now on the bubble. We might have two Codys in the field tomorrow afternoon. Keyword might. We know Cody Smart's locked in. Another Cody Goforth, trying to make the show. Courtney Lynn just jumped up. 22.16 for Courtney Lynn. We will see her this afternoon in the Busch race. The 80 got bumped to the bubble spot. That would be Askeroff. All these times that are picking up is just keeping it harder for me to see who's making the show and who isn't. Imagine we have. Well, Sean's going to be glad he's locked in the top 35 right now.
Hey, you also know I'm glad.
What? Oh, you did not just say that. Sean's 17th in the points, by the way. He lost 3 spots after our race 2 weeks ago from Champs-Élysées. Qualifying didn't go well for Senor Sean. Cody Smart, on the other hand, gained 5 spots up to 29th in the points, so Cody's doing a little bit better. But Cody is near that 35th in the standings cut line, needing to stay locked in the show. I don't know what's going on in the VC, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Askeroff goes to the top of the timesheets at 21.37. Good lap for Askeroff. Failed to qualify 2 weeks ago in the 97, which, by the way, this week in the 97 is the other Cody. That's Cody Goforth. And Cody Goforth just got bumped by Kasumi Takashi, who's now 5th quickest. So Goforth is now on the outside looking in. That puts Courtney Lynn on the bubble. Will you cut that out? As we're down to the final 30 seconds in this qualifying session. And Joe Moore also is in the show right now, 21.73. He's failed to qualify for every race he's attempted in that 51. He's trying to make his first start of his Winston Cup career tomorrow afternoon. Sydney Vortex, second quickest. Cassandra Mills is in. That bumps Courtney Lynn out of the Fast 7. That puts Skylar Davidson now on the bubble. 5 1,000s between those drivers. And it looks like Shyla Asgroff, she's going to make the show. So she's redeemed herself after a DNQ on a track she should be dominating. A well done for the Kyrgyzstan driver. And I need to check here. I believe she'll be making her Winston Cup debut. So what a avenge of DNQ for the Kyrgyzstan driver. That's it. That's the session, boys and girls. As I clear the chat there. So Shyla Askarov, Sydney Vortex makes her debut. Joe Moore makes his debut. Brady Columbus makes her debut. Congrats to her. Cassandra Mills makes her debut. Kasumi Takashi makes her debut. And the only one who's made a race this year is Skylar Davidson. This will be her second start of her career. So all of the top 7 are making their debuts with the exception of Skylar Davidson, who made Auto Club. And they will be the 7 drivers that will race tomorrow afternoon. Unfortunately, the drivers who will not race tomorrow afternoon, they are Courtney Lynn, Cody Goforth, Daniel Gitteroth. We'll see Lynn and Gitteroth this afternoon, along with Quinton Moore in the Busch race. Lauren Grubius, Molly Watts, Matthew Hubert, Jesse Art failed to qualify, so Sean's going to do that to Jesse in a minute. Chloe Erickson, Alexander Rowe, Ben Erickson, so both the Erickson siblings go home. Eric Alpha, Michael Brown, Max Anderson, sorry. I'll need to actually put Max Anderson in the deal, but at least he'll clarify who is who. Brenda Eveling, she is now 0 for 8. Yikes. Leo Hill, Sarah Taylor, Carolina Bradley, Jacob Foster, Mohammed Zain, Shade Earnhardt, Bora Park, Samet Onskin, Luna Farmer, Dylan Ibrahimian, the 79 who has Sam Boyd, Stanton Barrett, but I didn't have drivers, so I just put them in there for that. And Carlos Rodriguez. Those drivers, unfortunately, they will not race tomorrow afternoon. So 6 of the 7 Gorga homers are making their debut race. For Skylar Davidson, it will be her second race on the year, as I'm taking a picture of the results. Don't go anywhere, folks. On the other side of the break, we will have second round qualifying with Cody Smart, Sean Art, and the other drivers that are locked in the show. We'll be back to bring you that right after this on the World Racing Association Multimedia Network. Welcome back to the second round qualifying for the Winston Cup Series drivers. Sean, Cody, and Sean and Cody are in their cars right now. Even though they put their clones in there, they're just up here in the booth having fun with me. Getting ready for second round qualifying to see who will start on the pole for tomorrow afternoon's wreck fest of a race. I can tell you we're going to have a wreck fest, and Sean loves his Carnage, so Carnage is Sean's favorite. Oh no, I don't know what was playing right now. Got a couple of drivers out on track. That's Ashley Horton and Lucy Myers, the first 2 drivers on track. Ashley Horton, it's a big weekend for her for a couple of reasons, because she comes into this race that critical 35th in the standings. And she set a 33.8 and that number at the end. So here comes a frying pan on that first lap. Running the Rally's colors this week on her Chevrolet. Now at 21.147.
Hey, Cody. Why? Did you check your DM?
Hannah Blue Jay, currently 4th quickest. Oh, there we go. Hannah Blue Jay comes into this race.
There was a reason for that, Brian, man.
6th in the points. At least Cody did the frying pan on Ashley Horton, who ran an 8 and that number at the end. Yeah, thank you for doing that. There's Annie Crenshaw, our winner from our winner from Auto Club. There's Lucy Myers. Lucy Myers comes in this race 28th in the points. She is a total of 25 points above the 35th in the standings cut line. So really important. She needs to stay away from 35th in the standings. There's Skylar Davidson. Skylar is the only one of the Go homers who's making her second start. Everybody else is making their debut race. Skylar Davidson, if I look through the lineup, she did not qualify for the. As I noticed, I screwed up on a photo here. Let me see. I think Skylar made the Busch race. So we'll see her this afternoon. She's going to be one of a handful of drivers doing double duty this weekend. There's Ben Tennyson, Todd Montgomery, Samantha Granger, Sydney Vortex. We'll see what she can do in her debut. There's Senor Sean in the Menards colors this week on his Chevrolet for Robbie Gordon Motorsports. Betty Johnson in the number 22 as, oh no, Sean touched the cars. Luke Knight in the 40 in the Coors Light Dodge. Luke Knight comes into this race 22nd in the points. Shyla Ashcroft, fastest in round one qualifying. Did not make the Busch race. We'll see her tomorrow afternoon as Turner and there's Matty Crenshaw on pit road. Fastest right now is Kevin Joseph at a 23.39 on the Postic Ford for Roush Racing. Ponzo Albanese in second, in 40th right now. Ponzo comes into this race 19th in the points as he's been slowly getting away from that 35th in the standings cut line. Cassandra Mills there. Ashley Horton. Cody Smart running the Sony colors on his Dodge. Cody is 29th in the points. He is a total of 24 points above the 35th in the standings cut line. Lane Aurora, Jessica Miller going side by side. Miller, by the way, is your points leader coming in this race. Brady Columbus did not qualify for the Busch race, so we'll see her tomorrow afternoon in the Winston Cup Series race from the paperclip of Martinsville Speedway. Riley Anderson in the number 6. Riley gained 8 spots up to 10th in the standings. Trying to remember who won our previous race at Champs-Élysées. For some reason, I cannot find it on here. Betty Barrett, by the way, needs a good run. 34th in the points. 12 points above the 35th in the standings cut line. Important for her to stay away from 35th. Otherwise, she would be in Gorgome qualifying when we go to Pocono next week. As there's Josephine Bouvier in the 99 machine, running the red AAA colors on her Ford. Bouvier dropped 3 spots to 24th in the points. Was not the best homecoming from her. Brad Lewis in the 17. Brad came into this race 21st in the points, only lost a spot. Nathan Orman has hit a skid in the last couple of weeks as he is now trailing the points lead by that number as he's 20th in the points table. Jay Green, who by the way is the rookie points leader, has 100 and that number on the end. So Cody should hit Jay Green with a frying pan because of the points he has, which is 100 and that number. There we go. And he'll probably go hit Ormy because he's on that number. That's how many points he is behind of the leaders. You're looking at Liliana Beta. Thank you, Cody. Liliana Beta, our winner from Las Vegas, has not been doing well the last couple of races, but she's slowly working her way back up the points. 23rd in the points. Now, she made the Busch race, but her time got disallowed for aggressive driving, so she's going to have to try to redeem herself here this weekend. As Ashlyn Wright, we will see her this afternoon in the Busch race. Gained 2 spots to 33rd in the points. She is in the top 35, only 13 points ahead of the 35th in the standings cut line. Annie Crenshaw, our winner from Auto Club in the Miller Lite Dodge. Annie Crenshaw comes into this race, if I can find the deuce, the blue deuce, that is. She is fifth in the points. She is ahead of her team owner, who is retiring at the end of the year. That would be Cody Smart, and also ahead of Todd Montgomery. So she is the highest of the Penske drivers in the points table, which is not surprising. And there's last week's winner, Vanco Seaman, or last time out's winner 2 weeks ago at Champs Elysees, Vanco Seaman, in which is the closest he will get to a home race. He is now third in the points. You just saw the gal who is in front of him. That is second in points, Annie Thomas. This time last season, Annie Thomas was outside the top 30 in the points. So a well-needed turnaround for the Australian driver. Margaret Jacobs, ninth in the points, having a quiet start to the year. Drake Robertson. Drake's been having an okay season, 27th in points. Michael Anderson. Michael is actually the quickest in the session, 21.84 for the Home Depot Monte Carlo. He dropped 8 spots down to 18th in the points. Skylar Davidson. I will make sure to put Max and Michael down in the description when I do the points, so that way there's no confusion of who is driving who. Just an FYI, as we're already looking at Skylar Davidson. There's Betty Barrett. We just talked about her. Jacob Tutu running a, you can technically say that's a throwback to the Kevin Harvick paint scheme from 2001, also with the Dale Earnhardt black hood and black roof on his GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Jacob Tutu gained a spot to 12th in the points. And Jessica Miller just went to the top of the timesheets in the number 9 machine. 21.31. Oh, should I point this out? She's the points leader coming into this race. 13 points over the gal we just talked about, Annie Thomas. Vanco Seaman, last time out's winner 2 weeks ago at Champs-Elysees, third. Maddie Crenshaw dropped a spot down to fourth in the standings in front of her younger sister, Annie, who's fifth. So the Crenshaw sisters having a great season so far. Hannah Blue Jay is sixth. Tatum Wright is seventh. Ashley Reynolds gained 4 spots up to eighth in the standings. Margaret Jacobs, the aforementioned, is ninth in the standings. And Riley Anderson jumped up 8 spots to 10th in the points. So good runs, in particular for a number of drivers who were struggling last season in the points. Now having good runs this time. As, by the way, I'm watching Monday Night Football as I was recording it. You didn't tune into the Busch qualifying yesterday. I was watching the Weakest Link Celebrity Edition as Nathan Orman puts a 1-2-7. A good lap for the Delphi Chevrolet out of Hendrick Motorsports. Remember, he's been having troubles with good finishes the last couple of weeks, and he put out a cracker of a lap. That's Monica Towns in the black 19. That black and red 19. That's the car she's running this week. Monica Towns, 32nd in the points, 20 points above the 35th in the standings cut line. Needs a good result here tomorrow afternoon if she wants to have any chances of keeping herself locked into the show. Timmy Turner dropped 4 spots to 31st. He is also 20 points ahead of the 35th in the standings cut line. The good news for Ashley Horton, the guy that was trying to make it in the top 35 did not qualify. That was Carlos Rodriguez. So the good news for Ashley Horton, she will not lose any spots between herself and 30 as far as that is concerned. Senor Sean, 23rd quickest. Nathan Orman 4 1,000s faster than Jessica Miller. Skylar Davidson 29th quickest. Of course, we'll see Skylar run this afternoon. So, what can she learn from today's race that's going to help her for tomorrow afternoon's Winston Cup race? We'll have to wait and see about that. All these drivers getting one more adjustments on their cars. Shyla Askarov only in the event tomorrow afternoon. This will be her debut race. Of course, in the races, she's not in the 80 car, the 97. She'll be in the 97 for the road course events. Whenever she's on the oval, she'll run the number 80 machine. So a good result for Shyla. This is, like I said, 6 of the 7 Gorgo homers are making their debuts. The only one who's not making their debut is Skylar Davidson. She's making her second start. She made the Auto Club race before we went to Sonoma last time out. I know I will. Well, we got about 90 seconds left to go in qualifying. I know after this we're going to get ready for some football picks, but first we have to do the records as I'm recording this qualifying session. Tatum Wright, 40th quickest. Tatum's been free-falling the last couple of weeks as far as the... she's dropped to 7th in points. Didn't have a good result at Champs-Élysées. Looking to redeem herself. The Bovina Chevrolet of Jerry Harvick, former winner this season. Jerry Harvick dropped 5 spots down to 16th in the points table. There's Kasumi Takashi. Made the show this week. Todd Montgomery, we just mentioned him. He is the second highest, 15th in the points. Let's see what the points gap is. Nathan Orman's like 14 points behind Jay Green for the rookie points lead. And with about 30 seconds left to go, I don't know if anybody is going to beat a 21-7 that was set by the Delphi Chevrolet of Nathan Orman, which, if I'm correct, Nathan Orman, it would be his first career pole in the Winston Cup Series in his 8th career start. I've also reminded everybody, do not say anything about, the I suck part or the I am raging, blah, 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 blah. I think you all know what I'm talking about if you have joined the Discord. By the way, don't forget to join the Discord. The link is down in the description below. I think Nathan Orman's basically got this poll wrapped up because I really don't think anybody's going to beat him. And zeros are on the clock, so qualifying is done. Impressive for Cassandra Mills in her debut, 6 quickest. That's pretty good for the young rookie out of L.A., Los Angeles. Of course, she's from, I think she's from Manhattan. Went to college at USC, and that is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with qualifying here today. And Nathan Orman, in his 8th career start, gets his first career pole of his career. So that is good for him. Jessica Miller will be alongside of Nathan Orman. Kevin Joseph, Michael Anderson, row 2. Maddie Crenshaw, Cassandra Mills, row 3. Margot Jacobs, Todd Montgomery, row 4. Riley Anderson and Luke Knight will complete your top 5. Senor Sean will start 21st tomorrow afternoon, so he's got his work cut out for him tomorrow. A lot of these drivers didn't have good qualifying. Cody Smart, 39th. Yikes. I'd be concerned about that tomorrow afternoon, especially this is going to be a long race tomorrow. And down at the bottom, poor Jacob Tutu could not get out of the 4.55 range. He's going to have to start at the rear of the field, so he's got his work cut out for him tomorrow afternoon. So Again, tomorrow afternoon, going to be a very long race, going to be an exciting race. Cannot wait to see. You can definitely pass. You can definitely have good track position. And this is a tough track as far as that's concerned. Annie Thomas, 17th. She will start tomorrow afternoon. Of course, she is second in points, trying to run down Jessica Miller for the points lead. Hope you guys enjoyed this qualifying session. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We've shown your starting lineup for tomorrow afternoon's race. They will go green at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Later this afternoon, the Bushwhackers of the Bush Series will race here at Martinsville at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in a couple hours. So good luck to all those drivers that are pulling double duty. It's going to be fun. But until we see you tomorrow afternoon, or we see you this afternoon for the Bush race, for Sean Art and Cody Smart and our studio engineer Caleb Hobbs, I'm Dean DeVos. Thank you for joining us and saying goodbye for Martinsville for now. Coming up next, we'll rejoin the Infinity Network Sports Studios programming already in progress. We'll talk to you this afternoon for the Bush race on the World Racing Association, the greatest racing since 2013.